Kit Kats can read.
Hello everybody, my name's Katie and welcome to another video. And in today's video I'm going to be doing a non-spoiler book review on Missing by Catherine Macphail. Now I read this as part of my 24-hour readathon. It's a fairly short book, it's under 200 pages so it's perfect for any readathon, and even though this book was actually published like 17 years ago, which is crazy now, it's still quite an interesting sort of book and it's not written any differently than books are written these days. So it's a very sort of quick and enjoyable thriller and mystery. So first of all, I'll get on to what the actual story is about. We have the main girl, she's called Maxine, and her brother goes missing. One day he's at school and then he disappears whilst he's at school. And then a few months later, a body is found and Maxine's father goes to identify it and he says that it is in fact his son or Maxine's brother. So it's a very devastating sort of event. Maxine feels like her parents are neglecting her because all they've been focusing on is her brother and that they've been missing every time there's been a sort of lead. She's sort of shoved away to a neighbour or somebody and they go off, so she feels really ignored and neglected, and it's just a really sort of interesting thriller novel. Then one day she receives a mysterious phone call who sounds exactly like her brother and who says, "Maxie, it's me, Derek." So of course she's a little bit scared. She's like, what the F is going on? And then she just starts seeing her brother. Her mother's going crazy because she sees a medium who says that her brother's with her, so she feels like her brother's always around her and she's letting it take over her life, which is affecting everything else. And so really this is just a sort of story about the mysteries around the brother. Is he alive? Is somebody playing tricks? Or is this an actual sort of spirit thing that's going on? So like I say, it's a very, very short book and it got wrapped up really well considering it's a really, really short book, and that's kind of what I liked about it. At first I didn't really like the character Maxine because of how she was coming across, like she wanted attention and she wasn't getting it from her parents, and I was just like, seriously love, you need to sort of have a bit of consideration. You've just lost your brother and you keep saying that you're glad that he's gone, and that was just in hopes that your parents would have a bit of attention back to you, but it didn't really work. So, and then she's getting frustrated because of it, and because of that it really, really annoyed me. However, I really liked how Maxine throughout the story, she develops into a much better character. She starts to realise like that she was wrong and she's just sort of is a much better person, and I liked that. I think if she still stayed the same like annoying attention-seeking person, I would not like her at all, but I'm glad that I did. Now one of my favourite characters from this book is actually like her friend, and really he's more like a best friend, and it's Cam, and he's written as a Chinese guy, which I liked. It's kind of got a little bit of diversity in it, but he's just sort of like a really sort of cool kick-ass sort of guy. He cares for Maxine, which you can tell. He's always seems to be around like her whenever something's going on. There's this bully that's at school and he's just sort of like jumping in to protect her and sort of thing, and it's just really like admirable. So it's not really sort of mentioned if they are like best friends. I mean, she does kind of treat him like crap for just sort of like telling him some sort of idiotic comment and then like running away sort of thing. She likes to run away from her problems, which is what I've noticed. She will argue with her parents and then she'll run to her room straight away. Like it's sort of like her way of getting out of arguments sort of thing. I mean, I kind of do that myself, and that's one of my problems. But like reading somebody else do it, it makes you realise how much of a silly sort of thing it is rather than talking through your problems. So yes, I would say that Cam is my favourite character, just purely because of that. But Maxine just has this sort of like punky aspect to her character, which I do like too. So this is actually the first book that I read by this author. I haven't really like heard of her before. I actually got this book from a library book sale, and I was like, hey, this book sounds really interesting. So I ended up getting it for like probably like 10p or 30p or something like that. But it was actually like quite worth the read. So it is a standalone, which is nice as well. However, you know know when you like really like characters and you just want their own little side story, or you want like their own story and like things to happen. Like I wouldn't mind something happening with Cam because I do like him. The writing style of this book is quite simplistic. It sort of like drew me in. I found that I was flying through this book like really simply. I'm quite a slow reader, and I read this book in like, I think like probably 2 or 3 hours. Like I know some people who are fast readers can easily read this book in like half an hour to an hour, but I was just glued to this book like completely. I really liked how it was written, and I wanted to know more, and just the eeriness of this book just drew me in. I think because of Cam and Maxine being this sort of like mysterious friendship, I feel like they sort of clash in a way where you just sort of like want them to get together. I mean, I did. I honestly was just like, I want something romantic to happen between them, because they just like clash in this sort of way that's, you just want it to happen. In the end, I gave this book 4 out of 5 Kit Kats, which is a good rating for me. There were 2 things that I didn't really like about this book. Number 1 was how Maxine was at the start of the book. I just found her a little bit annoying and a little bit childish and teenagery. I mean, she is 13 in this book, so she is going through that sort of stage, so I'm a little bit understanding of that sort of concept. And then the second point was just that there was this teacher that went to the house, and it just seemed a bit like the teacher was getting into their personal affairs, like the situation with the brother. And I was just thinking back to when I was at school, and I was like, when did teachers ever do that with me? No one did. I don't think any teachers like ever really get that sort of personal. I mean, I know you do get stories in fictional world, but I don't think I've actually like read anything like realistically where a teacher's got involved, because I would have thought that's not really allowed. Like student-teacher sort of relationships, even like friendships, shouldn't be allowed. So I found that a little bit unusual and a little bit far-fetched in a way, so I wasn't really sure of that. I can understand a little bit of school, like having a teacher that does care about their students sort of thing, but not a teacher going to somebody's house. I thought that was a little bit on the weird side. But other than that, I really enjoyed this book considering how short it was, and I totally recommend for anybody to read if you want a quick young adult thriller mystery. And it's definitely really interesting, and it's definitely a sort of book that if you want to like get your Goodreads goal down, this is the sort of book that you need, and it will definitely help. So I really enjoyed it, and let me know down below in the comments if any of you guys have read this book and what you thought about it. Let me know if you'd be interested in this sort of book, and also let me know if you have any similar sort of books to this, because I do like a good mystery and a thriller. So your latest mystery thriller that you're just like, yes, that's really good, especially if it's a young adult, then let me know down below in the comments. But if there's anything else you would like to know about this book, any comments or any thoughts, leave them down below in the comments. All of my social media links are down below in the description, and if you haven't done already, please do subscribe to my channel. I upload videos all the time, and there's a little notification icon that you can click on, and that will let you know as soon as I've uploaded a video so you don't miss any. But if you do any of those things, it would honestly mean my world. I'm planning on doing a giveaway as soon as I get to like 2,000 subscribers, so that will be super awesome, and I'm really close to it. So yeah, I love all of you guys. You are what give me the spirit to do this channel and keep me going strong, keep me going on all of your comments and everything. I just love chatting to you guys. So let me know what you've lately read down below. Thank you very much for watching my videos. Always keep smiling, keep reading, and be happy, and I'll see all of you wonderful awesome people in my next video. Bye.